Welcome to Decoding 40 After Dark.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah.
What's good, people?
Hello out there in TV land, Facebook land, YouTube land, and Twitch. You Twitch.
I think I've used Twitch 5 times. I haven't used it in years. We have to go over there and see what that looks like, man. I gotta go over there and see what Decoding 40 looks like on Twitch.
Yeah, it's just a picture of us and Decoding 40.
All right.
I didn't get to I didn't launch a media page. Any none of that shit, nigga. I put the page up, and it was just a means to get through. What's going on, fellas? Paul and Jason. What's going on, fellas? What's going on? What's good?
Oh, what up?
What's good?
Good day, mate.
Good. What's good?
John Paul, I was thinking about you earlier today. I have a question for you, sir. So, as some of you are aware, I've been obsessed with Clubhouse and all the chat rooms. And there was an interesting chat room about Asian people and how they're dealing with systemic racism. And how do they redefine themselves on social media platforms? And there was one guy who was, I can't think of his name right now, but he's pretty popular. He has some huge following. And he's from Australia. And he could not, I'm not going to say it that way. He chose to deal with racism in a way that he suggests it was not stopping him from living out his best life. So he just basically does not subscribe to racism. And the reason why he was saying that is because in Australia, they don't have racism or the construct of racism similar to how we have it in America.
Was this a white guy saying this?
This is the Asian guy saying that.
Okay.
And I was like, is this true? Is it that? Because I'm like, there has to be.
No, it's not true.
Maybe they should ask the Aboriginal.
Right. That's what I was saying to myself.
Have a conversation with him first.
So basically, in my mind, we were just talking about Terry Crews. He's the Terry Crews of Asian people.
I think you can ignore white supremacy. You can't ignore racism.
Well, I think his definition of racism was skewed, and a few people tried to talk to it, but I think he really missed it because he kept subscribing incidents like when he was a child, someone calling him a gook, and he was like, "But I'm Chinese. That doesn't even apply." So,
I don't like racism. Unsubscribe.
Right. So while he, are you still watching? No. So while he's right in that instance, but I think what he failed to understand is that, and this was the other thing he was saying, that he has not seen any evidence of racism stopping him from being successful. And the thing that I wanted to kind of chime in, but I felt like people were speaking to it and he just wasn't really getting it. But he did get it at some point, is that the pervasiveness of and the real problem with racism and institutional racism isn't that you'll see, or you might not see how it's affecting you, because there are barriers on you that you're unaware of. So while you might achieve a certain level of success, this institution has put in certain hurdles that are prohibiting you from living out your true best life. And that's the part I think he kept missing. So I was really curious, like, what is the racial landscape in Australia, and how are people dealing with the dynamics of race and culture and all the other isms that can potentially prohibit people from self-actualizing.
Well, good day, mate. What we do is
so that was a lot, John Paul, but I honestly did want to hear your perspective. And I'm going to take that in a 100-word essay. Your name is not included.
Single space.
2
in the morning.
Single face. Jesus Christ, you guys are hard. Oh man.
Well,
Oh,
you
my
know,
God.
but you know what's so funny? My mom used to say that a lot. My mom used to say, she goes, I just never dealt with racism. It was there. I just never engaged it. And I said, so you don't feel like you had a racist existence? She just goes, no, I just never chose to deal with it. I just never, it was there and things would happen. And she had stories, but she was just like, it was just never a thing for me. I do also believe that there are certain people who are held back by racism. They use racism as a crutch to do things that they can't, to say that they can't do it. So to that point, I kind of get that.
No, I get that.
It's a psychological barrier a lot of times, because if you are convinced that you will not be able to get any further than what if you're convinced that you'll never get any further than your front gate, you will stop trying. Right? So there's that saying that
very true.
You never have to worry about controlling a man if you can control how he thinks. Is that the saying? Shit. I'm misquoting that right now.
But that's close.
Sentiment,
that's
right.
That's close. Yeah.
Yeah. It's psychological bondage.
Right.
You know. And yeah, I think that's there's sometimes been like this tension between people of Caribbean descent and African American people of African American descent, because my parents came here and they didn't have the same sort of mental barriers that African Americans had, because they had a different experience. So the people who are in authority looked like them for the most part. But here, the people in authority didn't look like them. So that there were certain barriers, mental barriers, that they didn't have to jump over. They just walked through because they didn't know any better.
Right.
Excuse me, I don't know what island you came from, but in America, you're supposed to wait. Can't just come in here walking all willy-nilly.
Yeah. What the bomber clot, and that was it.
Yeah, I think that's a great point, because there's a macro sense to institutional racism, and then there's a micro sense, and the micro sense is the personal sense of how it affects you personally or how you deal with it personally. So there's some macro things that are happening where you're like, you might not be personally involved in that, but it might be affecting you in terms of redlining, or if you're able to get a loan, or those type of things, where if you're operating from a space where I got my loan or I made X amount of dollars, then you're thinking, oh, well, racism doesn't really affect me. I'm able to live and do the things that I think that I want to do. And I would suggest that there might be some limitations put on you that you're not aware of. And that's the invisible hand of racism leaning on you, unbeknownst to you. And the other piece that I wanted to touch on, I've been really trying to tap into this whole ADOS movement. What's up, Annette? And it is fascinating in how passionate and how heated these discussions are becoming, because I've never thought about it in the sense that ADOS is thinking that anyone who is not, or who has not been born in this country, somehow is not entitled to the benefits of this country. But at the same time, we look at Marcus Garvey, we look at I'm drawing a blank, but other
we can look at Harry Belafonte. We can look at
yes, thank you.
We can look at Colin Powell. We can look at Minister Farrakhan.
All these powerful individuals who have contributed to the advancement of Black people in America, particularly. And how do you exclude them from the conversation? So, I've like I said, I've sat in a couple kind of couple of those discussions, and they've been very heated. And some people are very articulate on both sides of the issue, but I still, I can't subscribe to ADOS right now.
Me neither. Well, first of all,
obviously you can't. Yeah,
right. Obviously, I can't. But I feel like any of those conversations that aims to separate us from ourselves, from each other,
right,
is destructive and serves no one else except the people who are trying to oppress.
Right.
Our coming together is power. Absolutely. So John Paul was answering your question in that
no,
chat.
I saw it, and I thank you. That's not exactly 100 words, John Paul, but I'm gonna give you for effort. But no, I appreciate your response. And yeah, it is subjective, and I just thought it was interesting that he had taken such a hard stance on that, and was very clear that racism in Australia is not like it is in America, which was like, okay.
Well, that's probably true. That part is probably true.
It's not that racism isn't bad. It's just against a different set of people, right?
Wait,
so like
racism is bad. Wait, let's be very clear. I don't want you to
as bad against. No, sorry. Wait, it might be bad against the Asian population. Might be different there, but there is racism against the Aborigines for sure.
Oh, okay,
yes.
I got you. Right.
Yeah. It's like, good day, get off our land, or we'll kill you, and that was the fucking end of it.
Right.
Yo,
exactly.
I just see what Domain put up, and yo, if you go into these ADOS conversations, bro, they do not feel like that. They feel the complete opposite of that. And yes, American racism is a special brew. But yeah, well, because you know who argues a lot? Black Brits and African Americans.
I had this ADOS conversation several different times. I've had a lot of arguments about it. So the funny part about that is so my wife is Caribbean and I'm American, African American, and my wife does this amazing job of doing genealogy research, and she's able to do a lot of genealogy research on me because I was born here. Most of my family was born here, but she can't do that for her folks. So that started a conversation with us, and that kind of spilled over into conversations with some other people that I know, and it got a little heated because I'm able to go on Ancestry.com and I'm like, I got receipts, and other people were like, so what? And then like, when did your family come here and all that kind of stuff? And I was able to go back to 1834. I think we got back to 1834. So it was really interesting. The conversations have been interesting, and a lot of people have very mixed feelings about it. What I've seen is the people who are trying to lead that conversation, it always leads back into reparations in terms of who should get reparations, who shouldn't, who should be excluded, who should be included, how much, I don't know.
I mean, my thought is that, look, people who suffered under this system of chattel slavery, the descendants of those who suffered under this system of chattel slavery, should definitely receive an additional amount of reparations, whatever form that is. But my grandfather was here from the 40s, from the 50s, and my parents lived through the same sort of restrictions that your parents lived through. And whether it wasn't Jim Crow, they weren't in the South, but it was, Northern racism. And they were prevented from being able to achieve the things that they could have or should have been able to achieve in this country. So yes, there should be reparations for that. They suffered from redlining just like every African American suffered from redlining and stripping of wealth and assets.
Yeah, that northeastern racism is a special brew.
Yeah,
for facts.
It's almost sometimes can be worse than what they was suffering from in the South.
That dressed up racism is interesting, and that also that what scares me is that polite racism that shady racism.
Sneaky.
Yeah.
Don't let us have to call the police, okay? Just don't.
I think around the ADOS thing, the argument was really around what made this country wealthy was slavery. So that it was like saying, okay, slavery was our Holocaust. If you were in the Holocaust or your family was in the Holocaust, if you were a descendant of a Holocaust victim, that applies to you, whatever the case may be. So they say, okay, if you can go back and say, if you can line you back up to a slave, descendant of a slave, genealogically, slavery is what made us wealthy. So that's where the money should go to. I don't dispute what you're saying though, and I agree. I just think that logic is ridiculous, because you wouldn't say, victims of Hitler's Holocaust in Germany get paid less than or get paid more than the ones that were victims in Poland. We're all victims of this Holocaust. We're all victims of this kidnapping scheme. Right, but should Germany pay? Should America pay for what transpired in Bermuda or
absolutely? They benefited,
or whatever.
Absolutely, they benefited.
So then should they pay? All right. So what about Brazil? Like Brazil has a huge African population because Brazil was like a huge slavery hub. So should America pay for Brazil's? Do they live here under this system? No, they live in Brazil. Well, no. You if you live here, but I don't live in Brazil. I don't live in the Caribbean. I live here. I see what you're saying. So as long as you're part of the African diaspora, then you should receive some type of compensation. And you live here.
What's going to happen is they're going to look at the industries where slavery was prevalent, and they're going to trace the money. And most of those companies are going to trace to Domino and Dole food companies and all those other food companies right now.
Did you say Domino?
Domino Sugar.
Domino Sugar, okay.
Sugar, right? You have Dole.
He was like, I got my pizza.
I was like, Domino pizza.
Domino
Okay.
Sugar.
4 hours or less on horseback.
This nigga. Let me get a pepperoni and sausage.
Where is my pizza, slave? 4 hours or less, you're paying for this.
You black bastard. Why took you so long?
Where art thou, pizza?
I ordered that cheese pizza, Negro. Where were you?
I ordered my pizza 4 hours ago, and the you said 4 hours or less.
I ordered it on parchment. And it's just.
That'd be crazy. Yeah, they got the heat bags on horseback. That would be hilarious.
Oh man.
Oh my God. They would have like a whole pig on it. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I forgot what I was saying.
I'm sorry. We was talking about.
Sorry. I'm sorry.
Sorry. I couldn't resist.
But you said Domino Sugar.
Oh yeah. No, I was.
Yeah, Domino Sugar.
There we go. Domino Sugar, Dole companies. If you trace the money back, it'll trace back to that. So wherever these companies, like if the country in Brazil had all this, was a majority. I don't know what their major crop was back then, but I'm guessing it was sugar cane, or tobacco, some other thing that the rest of the world needed. So if you trace that fucking money, it's going to somewhere. It still exists right now. They made millions and millions of dollars. You know what I mean? On that shit. What's that? Sazerac?
Yeah. Somebody asked me what I was.
Okay. Oh, okay. Well, drinking 1792. All right. What's that? What you got there? What's that?
Rittenhouse.
Rittenhouse, like the motherfucker who shot them people?
Yeah.
Oh,
Jesus.
He's got a liquor brand.
Racist whiskey.
Why is all the whiskey racist?
Did you realize that when you purchased it?
Not until I got home. I was like, I feel like I heard. I was looking at it on the shelf. I was like, I think I heard of this one. Let me try it.
Yeah.
Goes really good with Burger King. Goes really well with. All right, couldn't help that one. All right. Ba-dum-bum. All right.
Give me a C, a bouncy C.
Oh man!
Annette is drinking juice.
I hope it got gin in it.
Go get a bottle out of the cabinet, Annette.
Drinking juices. No, see what y'all don't know is drinking juices is code for syrup.
Oh, okay.
He's drinking syrup. She probably got it right. Promethazine. Sip in on some scissor.
Jesus.
Sip in on some scissor.
Yeah, why was that? That was a song, yo.
Yeah, because you're sipping on scissor.
Such a degenerate message, but Jesus Christ, that was a joint.
Should we talk about that for a minute?
What's
that?
Can we talk about that?
What?
So, this is podcast. I don't know if you've heard of it. It's called Louder Than a Riot. And there was this letter that somebody wrote back in the day. They supposedly exposed this meeting that happened between these record executients and these business people.
Yeah. Illuminati shit. Yeah. Go ahead. I've heard it.
If none of you, if any of you on the live have not heard of this letter, apparently there was this meeting of these record executives and business people saying, now we're going to try to point all of these youth to the direction of criminality, and we're going to invest our money in jails and publicly held or privately held prisons.
Are you lotioning your hands?
Publicly traded.
No, this is them. This is them rubbing their hands while they're talking.
Okay.
Yeah.
The publicly traded prisons. And while it seems like a really far-fetched idea, if you look at like how things have sort of happened since like the Public Enemy, Poor Righteous Teachers, X-Clan days, you see how the slide has happened.
Yeah,
you're kind of like, well, what really is going the fuck on right now?
Right.
Because we went from being the drug dealers to being the drug users.
Right.
And like
the feminized drug users.
You know what? I'm not even that concerned with that part.
Yeah, because if you take a look at some pictures of Melly Mel and all them cats back in the days, come on.
It's strong, bold, and demanding. Never duplicated.
Yeah.
Sorry. The whole person. It wasn't rocking purses and all of that. Sorry.
They were wearing some like what do you call when you tied your shirt at the belly button at your waist? They were rocking that real tight nipple showing tight t-shirts. Come on, they were doing all of that.
Nipples showing, that's craziness.
They wasn't wearing straight up dresses in fashion shoots. All right.
I'm gonna send you a picture of the Isley brothers. You're gonna be like, what?
But really, is that a threat?
No, that's my point. It's not a threat. The threat is what you're saying is changing the message from being empowered to being users and just being pawns in this situation.
Word.
That's the threat.
Because how did you know what? I'm not even gonna say it. I was gonna say, how did Cash Money go from being what they were to making all that money that quick?
Well, the thing is like apparently, if you look at it just objectively, if you look at it, there's more money to be made in that message versus something that's positive about
ignorance
our image. Because we're not the consumer. Does it actually empower us? Is the question.
Public Enemy, Fight the Power.
Oh, that empowers us. Yes,
that's what I meant.
But
what I meant. Yeah.
Public Enemy has not sold a platinum album in a very long time.
No, I understand. But why didn't they? Because there was a whole big push around you had to be hard and you had to be gangster, otherwise you weren't cool. Right. That was very intentional.
Was that coming from us? Well, that wasn't coming from us.
That was not.
It went from the streets dictating what was cool to corporations telling the streets what's cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
they flipped it.
They flipped it.
They flip
Well, that's why I was thinking like that letter seemed like one of those crazy conspiracy theories, but at the same time, it's kind of like, okay, well, it's fed a lot of these jails because now kids are running around wilding. Kids are wilding. Like they are shooting each other.
A lot.
A lot.
A lot.
Like how many rappers have gotten killed since December?
I don't know how many littles or
youngs, a lot of youngs
and littles that got killed. But this is to them. I'm sorry, to your family and everybody else. For real. No joke aside, it's real. Listen, these kids are fucking. They're bugging. They're bugging right now.
I mean, it's not crack in the 80s level of death, but it just seems like it's for not even any real reason.
These pussy ass niggas, that's they get to start talking that pussy ass nigga, that pussy. They start when they start with that pussy ass nigga talk. That's when the guns gonna come out, son. I'm telling you, when they start with that pussy ass nigga shit.
But that ain't new though. That ain't new.
What? People dying like that for stupid shit?
Come on, that happened back in the day.
I'm sure, but it's like, but the thing is that these guys are supposed to be, I don't want to say bulletproof, but kind of if you're making music like that, I mean, yeah, we had Biggie, we had Pac, but these cats is dying like within weeks of each other. One shoots one, and the other one shoots the other one. It's like, yo, this shit is like out of control. What's going on? Like the labels ain't paying them enough or what? Like, y'all should be on tour.
And no shade, but half of these guys I don't know. I don't know who they are.
No, because they're dead before you get to know them.
And we're 40. We're in our 40s.
Yeah, we're not listening to that. Well, yeah, we should. I don't think we should be listening to that. We can hear it, but if that's
that pandemic at that nigga. Don't take it away from the nigga tree. Exactly. Exactly.
Yo, I put two pictures in the chat. Can you post those? Because I just want to illuminate the point that we were making earlier.
What's that?
In the chat, in a WhatsApp chat.
Okay, put it on here.
Yeah. Jesus Christ. Yeah, man. Because we went from self-destruction. You're headed for self-destruction. To, I don't know what these mumble rappers are talking about.
They ain't talking about shit.
This is the 70s versus them wearing a ballroom dress, but okay, I see your point. Yeah, one of these outfits is a little.
Yeah,
just one. If I came to the next meeting wearing any one of these outfits, y'all gonna have some questions.
Wow, this nigga's he's got hold up, the leather straps and the fucking fedora though,
right?
With the yellow boots, this
right?
Nigga's looking
right,
bananas.
With the heels on them.
He's bananas right now in pajamas.
So
bananas in pajamas.
I can't remember who said it. It was one of you guys that said it. That we get sort of we wax poetic about what used to be, and then try to challenge what is now, and then act like everything was all cool and straight back in the day when it wasn't. It was just new and fresh, and we were like, "Yo, that's dope."
But I'm saying I never would have worn no shit like any of them niggas.
But you wouldn't have worn it then, and you wouldn't wear it now. That's my point. Like,
you looking for Melly Mel's collection? Never wore anything we wore.
Right, that's what I'm saying. You're not looking for Melly Mel's collection.
Your mom wants to know why does your t-shirt look like a dress?
Right. Why is your nipples
is it so big? Yeah. Why is your nipples out?
Yeah. Why are your nipples skirt?
Can you milk those? Well, like what? Why you just have them out?
Why are you wearing a t-skirt?
This is style, mama. This is style. You know what I'm talking about, man.
Like, can you imagine? Can you imagine?
Yeah,
guys and everybody. I'm sorry, I have to go on daddy duty. I have to cut out a little early tonight, but love you guys. Thanks for watching. Peace. Love you guys. I'm jetting out. I gotta go.
All
I gotta
right,
go
Mac.
change diapers.
All right, yo.
Say hi to the baby.
Yes, thanks for
I
hanging
will.
out with us.
No doubt.
I love
man.
you guys, man. All right, I'll
All
see
right,
you
yo.
guys next week.
You're like a guest now on
I am like my yeah. So thanks for coming out.
Decoding
Everybody
40.
for his next project coming out in theaters near you.
Decoding 40. Love you guys. Peace.
All
All right,
Peace.
peace, yo.
Peace.
All right. So it's just 3 of us now.
And then there was 3.
And then there was 3.
And then there was
I'm gonna cut out in about 15 minutes.
what?
Just because.
Oh,
Let's
shit.
play some fucking videos. Let's play
I
a
don't want to
video.
drink on
We got some videos here. Let's see what we got here, tough guy. All right. What's this? What do we got here? What do we got here? We don't have a whole lot of videos because y'all didn't upload no damn videos.
I was
Come on.
going to, but I was like,
There are videos in there.
Yeah, all right. So let me play this one video. I entitled this I tell you what, because this is hopefully that we won't be seeing too much of it in the next week or so.
What in cousin fucking tarnation, Alabama Betty Crocker, Miss fucking Betty White shit is this? Holy shit.
He got a Trump 2020 Ford F-150 edition. It comes with a pussy grabber in the glove compartment. The fuck is it's like, yo, seeing that video and seeing that truck, it's like, what are we looking at, man? What are we looking at? Hopefully after Tuesday. Wednesday. What are you looking at? Are we looking at some dumb shit, or are they just gonna get their shit together?
I just want to. I'm trying to think. Like 2 years from now, are 75 million people still going to be talking about Trump?
I don't know, man.
2 years from now,
I don't
know
know.
what?
Because I think
But you know what's going to happen though. We will get to see in 2 years how many of those people who claim that they just were for conservative values really did support Trump. They'll expose themselves. So I'm hoping that corporate media does not fall into the trap of needing to keep, reporting on what Trump is talking about, and that we kind of move forward and grow up. But we shall see. We shall see.
Yeah, man. I'm just like, I don't know, man. They made a lot of idle threats, right? So they was talking a lot of bullshit, and there was a lot of chatter on their parlors, or not their parlors, or their parlor-esque type of sites, and wherever they were at. A lot of them flocked over to fucking TikTok. They was out there spewing their shit. So I mean, they was
okay.
making
So
a lot of threats.
I'm starting to get into TikTok. What should I look up in order to kind of follow this nonsense that they're talking about? What hashtags should I
just Trump?
search?
If you just put Trump
Really?
in there,
Just Trump?
Okay. All
right.
that shit will come up. It's the devil.
Because
See,
I'm all about the Buster challenge. But go ahead.
I think these militias are all fine with running around the woods, doing practice runs and all that shit. But they're not the Mujahideen. They're not fucking Afghani rebels. They're not fucking They're not that.
Because
They're not willing to live in a hole.
No.
In the side of a mountain for 3 months.
Right.
Because after
to do one attack and then run back in the hole and chill out. They're not going to do that.
Hold up. Yo,
Muhammad,
Rick,
we got him.
Rick, these motherfuckers after. So are we going to Chili's or are we going to go to fucking Chipotle? Where are we going after we finish freedom fighting? Because they be in the woods fucking around. What are we going to eat tonight? We going to Chili's? I feel like TG Fridays. I don't know. What do you guys feel like? They got those good wings over there at TG Fridays. I really like those wings.
Woo-hoo, let's go to Hooters.
Let's go to fucking Hooters. God damn it. I tell you what, I love them goddamn wings and them little waitresses. I tell you what, that's all the fuck they doing.
Those chicken sandwiches at Hooters were amazing.
I never had a chicken sandwich. I had the wings
there's no way that they are ready to face the U.S. military.
No.
In that way.
No, they don't.
They're not prepared for that. We're not raised that way. We're not bred that way.
Exactly.
We're bred in the lap of luxury. In
I
comparison
love
to the rest of the world.
I love what I think it was the MSNBC anchor said that Al Qaeda is like, damn, that's all we had to do. We could have did that. We could have rolled up on them up in the Capitol like that.
Yo, somebody, whoever's like the second command, they're probably looking at him. I told you we could have ran up in the fucking Capitol. All we had to do is get a couple of our cab drivers, my friend. And we could have.
They totally blew it. They totally blew it. They could have upended this entire country.
Yes, but they would never have that would never have happened.
No, but I'm saying if they had some what do you call them? Secret cells? Not secret cells.
Sleeper cells.
Sleeper cells. If they had sleeper cells in that movement.
Nigga, you've been watching too much fucking Showtime. What's that shit?
No, that show Sleeper Cell was the joint, no, that show Sleeper Cell was the joint.
Red Dawn
and Homeland. Red Dawn.
Yeah. Homeland was the other one. Yeah. Red Dawn is the
when the Russians attacked.
Yeah, that was a good movie. I like that movie.
Okay, here's the thing. Schwarzenegger was in it. It was like I don't remember who's in it.
It's Patrick Swayze, Charlie.
Ray Dawn Chong.
Nigga, Ray Dawn Chong.
What am I thinking
of? Commando.
Am I thinking of Commando? Okay,
yeah.
All right.
What happened to Sally? I had to let him go. He had the one line. Get to the chopper. Do it.
Okay, cool.
Here's the thing that I've been thinking about that nobody's been talking about all along. Did Russia all of a sudden stop influencing the messaging?
No.
Who does this best serve? This chaos? Russia, China, foreign foreign entity that wants to destabilize America.
Which brings me to this interesting point, which I would love to hear your thoughts on. Is Russia smarter than America?
Yes.
They're more patient.
Because we somehow keep getting fucked up by their operations, but we're not doing anything to disrupt theirs.
Well, Putin will poison the motherfucker. That's it.
So we have to poison the motherfucker?
I guess so.
Why don't you have a drink with me? I have your favorite scotch. Would you like one ice cube or two ice cube?
What they have going on over there, we don't want here. That is for sure. Because if you just oppose him, I'll just poison the dude. Like, and nobody's gonna call me out on. Yeah, I'd like to go to Moscow, but we're gonna have to scrub this part of the.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
But honestly, all of these conversations that were happening before the 2016 election, which were being facilitated, encouraged, and inflamed by Russia, I feel like those conversations are still happening. Why would they stop? They're already embedded with these people. Why wouldn't they keep it going?
Yeah, they won't be happy until motherfuckers is running through the street with pitchforks and AR-15s.
Wait, here in America?
In America, I think that's the goal for them. That's the end goal for China. That's the end goal for Russia. China has already bought up. They're buying up farmland. They're buying up communities. That before you know it, they're gonna have the fucking deeds to the Empire State Building. As a matter of fact, who owns the Empire State Building? Isn't it a Japanese company that owns it?
Oh yeah, let's look it up.
I thought this is almost one of these famous buildings that are owned by the Japanese now, and that's the Japanese, and they're not even a threat to us. But a lot of these countries are buying up real estate because Americans like money, and they have it. They're way harder and smarter, right? Fuck that shit. Hey, listen, what are you gonna do? You're going to try to fight me? The niggas is rough. Remember the episode of The Sopranos when they had the Russian dude and they took him out to the woods, and they thought they was gonna kill this dude, and he was able to escape.
Yeah.
And they've been suffering longer than us. They're hungrier. Americans are lazy, nigga. The McRib is back. That's all they care about. Understand? There's no McRib in Russia. Over here, well, there might be a McRib now. I don't know what they call it over there, but that's what it is.
McRib. No, that would be in France. The McRib.
Le rib.
Le rib.
Le rib.
Le rib.
But yeah.
Le rib. That's what they call it in Portugal. Le rib.
They serve it with a beer. You get a beer at McDonald's in fucking Portugal, probably.
That'd probably be the only way I would eat at McDonald's at this point. Macrib. Macrib.
Wait, the only way you eat at McDonald's if they served it in French?
If they serve beer.
Beer in French.
Yeah. No, I don't care what language you give me a beer.
They got the McRib. The McRib is in Australia. You see, anytime we have civil unrest, they bring out the McRib and calm shit down.
I like how he wrote Macrib. The Macrib.
Yo, B.
Wait, what?
Should come with vodka sauce. You stupid.
Yo, that would get my attention. Matter of fact, that's what McDonald's is going to have to do. They're just going to have to put alcohol in their the condiments and their food offerings.
Jesus Christ, man. A McBeer.
You know what's interesting? I just read an article that they closed the McDonald's. Oh, we talking about that? We talking about that last week? They closed the McDonald's in Times Square, near Times Square.
Nah, the one at West 4th.
No, that was fake news. The one at Times Square is closing though.
Yeah.
The one at Times Square? The big one with all the lights and shit?
Yeah.
Why they closing down?
Money.
They can't be making the kind of money they used to make because there's not that many people in Midtown anymore. No tourists.
Yeah, there's tourists. Yo, Times Square is the Atlanta of New York.
Pre-COVID tourists.
No, Times Square is still the Atlanta of New York.
It's not that.
No, it's not pre-COVID, but I'm saying people are still going there.
Yeah, people are still going, but it's not enough.
They probably got a price that was good enough for them to sell, even in a COVID market.
They were like, "Look, Keisha."
But how much do you think a McDonald's in Times Square would make in a day? I would think they would make like $500,000 a day.
Nah, not that much.
No, more than that.
You think more than that?
Yeah, more than that.
$1 million a day?
$1 million a day? No.
Times Square?
Not that much. Not $1 million a day. You know how much $1 million is, nigga? That's a lot of money. Not $1 million a day. They probably don't even have the stock of food to do $1 million a day.
No, they got it. They got it.
I don't know. Because they always got them trucks coming in about 4 a.m, son. I'm
every day.
I'm thinking they might do on a good day 200,000. Look it up. It should be. How much is a McDonald's doing a day?
I think half. I'm thinking if it's open 24 hours.
Somebody look that up. How much?
600,000. 700,000.
All right, in the chat. Come on, help us out, guys. What do you think? How much does McDonald's in Times Square make in a day?
Gross, not profit. Gross.
Just all together.
It's quiet out there.
It's crickets.
Everybody's thinking.
Yo.
It was a 24-hour look. No, it's got to be $1 million a day.
It's 24 hours.
Yeah, it's got to be $1 million a day.
The $1 million. You know how much $1 million worth of merchandise is? That's a lot of money. That's a lot of that.
Not to McDonald's.
But just the pure, just to put it where you putting it at.
It's
how big
right
is this
off
McDonald's?
the train station though.
I don't know. What is it? Is this the link? We'll put that link in.
That's
there.
about 20,000 transactions a day.
He said, my man Derek is like, he's guessing about 500,000.
That's what I was thinking.
Yo, I'll be right back. I got to the bathroom. I'm an old man.
Wow.
Mid-show.
Vince, dude. So let's run the commercial for IBD. This dude didn't even turn the camera off. Gotta go.
Hey, why don't we watch the MLK video?
Yeah.
All right.
All we say to America is be true to what you said on paper. If I lived in China or even Russia or any totalitarian country, maybe I could understand some of these illegal injunctions. Maybe I could understand the denial of certain basic First Amendment privileges because they haven't committed themselves to that over there. But somewhere I read of the freedom of assembly. Somewhere I read of the freedom of speech. Somewhere I read of the freedom of press. Somewhere I read that the greatness of America is the right to protest far right. And so just as I say we aren't going to let any dogs or water hoses turn us around, we aren't going to let any injunction turn us around. Well, I don't know what will happen now. We've got some difficult days ahead. But it really doesn't matter with me now because I've been to the mountaintop. I don't mind. Like anybody, I would like to live a long life. Longevity has its place. But I'm not concerned about that now. I just want to do God's will. And He's allowed me to go up to the mountain. And I've looked over and I've seen the promised land. I may not get there with you, but I want you to know tonight that we as a people will get to the promised land. So I'm happy tonight. I'm not worried about anything. I'm not fearing any man. Mine eyes have seen the glory of the coming of the Lord.
This is a CBS News special report.
Dan Rather reporting for CBS News from New York. The Reverend Martin Luther King Jr. was shot to death by an assassin late today as he stood on a balcony in Memphis, Tennessee. Dr. King had planned to lead another civil rights march in Memphis next Monday. We got the latest on the story now from Russ Hodge, news director of WREC-TV
That that makes me feel cheated.
How so?
I feel like I got cheated out of knowing who he really was. That man was a revolutionary.
Mm-hmm.
Turn me round, ain't gonna let nobody turn me round.
He was trying to turn the system upside down.
Yeah, man.
Can you imagine if him and Malcolm actually got together?
They couldn't have that.
But just imagine if they was asleep at the wheel for just 5 minutes. You know, because their philosophies were coming together. You know what I mean? and could have been something. Could have been something.
The thing that always gets me is that you have a power structure that is actively trying to subvert equality.
Mm-hmm.
So
Can't
somebody
have
is saying that you cannot be on the same level, the same playing field as us because of some nonsensical bullshit that we have created in our mind that will somehow subjugate us. And I told my son this the other day. He asked me why do white people hate black people? Somehow they have configured in their mind that equal rights means less rights for them.
See, we're supposed to have 75% of the rights. And if we give you if we give it 50-50, that means we lose 25% of our 75%.
But
and that's how they thinking, though. But
think
that's
about
what
the
it
white
is.
coasts. But think about that white coasts. That you being equal to me somehow
Makes you
subjugates me.
Yeah.
That's bizarre. That is so bizarre.
To them, an equal means
But
less.
that means that I can't have my knee on your neck, and that's not fair.
But that goes back to James Baldwin. He said, and I'm paraphrasing, you needing to have your knee on my neck says more about you than it does about me.
Mm-hmm. You a savage.
Right. Or to quote Erykah Badu, I'm 20 feet tall, but I had to be on my knees. I had to get off my knees to realize that.
Yeah. Struggled with that, but it was okay. You got it out.
I've been drinking. I've been drinking.
Sazerac tripped him up a little bit.
Yeah.
He's like, hey, another thing. It was James Baldwin, or was it LL Cool J? I don't remember who it was. Who said that?
It was a duet.
Was it Rakim and Peter O'Toole who said?
Can you imagine James Baldwin be like, I took my pen, shot it like a cannon.
Pink cookies in a plastic bag, getting crushed by buildings.
Oh my God.
Oh man.
LL, you wow. Oil up your ankles, make your Tim's tap.
Yeah.
Oh, what is up? Yo, you want to talk
Busy
about
day.
black businesses striving out here?
Ms. J?
That's Miss J. Classic example out in Brooklyn doing her thing.
Big up,
I think
Ms.
it's
J.
What's
CSSBK. Correct
the
me if
business?
I'm wrong.
What does she do? Shout her out.
She has an event facility that she does like just a bunch of stuff. Paint parties. I think she hosts like engagement parties. And
What's the name? What's
bridal
the name of the
showers.
space?
Is this an engagement?
Put the name of the company so we can put it up. I think it's CSSNY. I don't know. I'm
CS Event Space, I think she said.
yeah.
She put it in. Yeah. CS. Event
Okay, there you go.
Oh, there we go. Here we go. Here's the website, y'all. So if you need a space, call Miss J.
And they get a 10% discount when they say Decoding 40.
Decoding 40, exactly.
No, but Janelle was dope. Yes, CSSBK. Yes. They host everything.
I put that out my mama. Them niggas is dope, son.
Yeah. She's dope. She's dope. We met back when we worked at Guild years ago. It seems like so long ago, but wow.
When did you work at Guild?
2012 to 2014.
I worked at Guild.
Did you? When?
I was freelance. I was like working for photography.
So you were at Brooklyn Navy
Yeah.
Yard.
Yeah.
Then we were in the building at the same time, depending on what year you were there.
I'm trying to remember. I think I started working with them in like 2011, probably to 13, but it was more like freelance shit. It was when I wasn't busy with like other work, I would work with them.
If you were there 2012, we definitely were in the building at the same time. There's no question about that.
And that is just 6 degrees of separation.
Exactly. That's crazy. That is absolutely crazy.
Because by 2012, I lived on Clinton Avenue.
Really?
And I was biking down Clinton Avenue or walking.
That's nuts.
Yeah, you was.
I had no idea. That's nuts.
Shit, Rick. You was biking. Rick was out there with his hand out and shit. Left, right. Fucking helmet on.
By the way, I'm glad the show is almost over because this Sazerac is talking to me.
What's it saying?
It's saying Sazerac.
Hey, nigga, what you doing over here? You know it's Sazerac time. Why you keep talking? Let's get off and drink some more of me, nigga. Come on. You hungry?
I remember we had that on the show once.
Yes.
That was quite a crazy show.
Was that the Mack Burnett episode?
No. That was another. That might have been Ramble Campbell's. Now that I'm thinking about it,
it might have been. Sazerac is not a. It's not a joke.
It's not to be played with.
Rittenhouse is. Look, I didn't drink that much.
Wow.
But it feels like I drank a lot more.
Listen, I just had a couple glasses. This 1792 is really, really good. It is
smooth as fuck.
Very, very smooth.
I love 1792.
And I want to. I haven't seen him in the chat today, but I want to give a shout out to my man Dre, who got this as a gift me, man. This is a beautiful bottle. Delicious.
Yo,
that's awesome.
Shout out to the Dows. Yo, honestly, that message that we added to the show last week is hilarious.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, those are my peeps, man. Thank you for the bottle. It's delicious. He said that's a bottle of Kill Shot. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Let's play another video, yo.
So we got. Let's see.
I don't know. You're the producer. You the producer.
I'm the producer.
You got
all in your videos.
All up in the video.
All right, I got another one here. Here we go.
Okay, what did you all do today to destroy democracy? I deleted all of Hillary's emails from Hunter Biden's laptop. Now I Antifa'd a lot. Great work. Todd? Me and my friend Ben? Benghazi? Yeah, go on. We hid all the stolen Trump votes in Ruth Bader Ginsburg's tomb. And then we socialismed, like a lot. Excellent work. Gina, you're up. Me and the Black Lives Matter, we went down to the border. There we picked up caravans of illegal immigrants. Then we all voted. Then we killed ourselves and voted again. And of course, we too socialismed and Antifa'd a lot. Great work, everybody. I'll be reporting back to George Soros and Michelle Obama tonight. Tomorrow, we ship out the cell containing JFK Jr. and the Kraken. The Kraken cannot be released.
There is. Yo, what is the Kraken?
Well,
are you asking like hypothetically, or you?
No, I've heard this reference.
Yeah, it's from Clash of the Titans.
No. I know that Kraken, but what does it have to do with these white supremacists? What is
that's like their Trojan horse. They're going froggy.
That's sort of like when you say like it's about to go down in white world.
Yeah.
Oh,
release the fucking Kraken, man.
Sorry, I thought it was. I've heard that terminology before. I thought it was deeper than that.
Release the fucking
Kraken. There was some other deeper level that I was
to go down.
Is it the Kraken?
The white people
the
say
Cracklin?
The Kraken. No, it's Kraken. I thought it was Kraken. Cracklin.
Crackling, or crackling is the little pork rinds that you get it.
Release the cracklings.
Release the kraken or the cracklings.
The cracklings.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, so
that was funny.
That was funny.
Yeah,
and
man.
she hits on all the points too.
Mm-hmm. It's what it is. It's what it is. Oh man, but we got this one over here. I want to play this one. This is a little crazy. I watched this earlier. Wait for it. Boop boop boop.
Why did he back up?
Because he's about that life. He's like, I'm not having this motherfucker call the cops on me.
It's tried to rob him. They couldn't get the lick.
Replay that one more time. I totally missed that.
Back it up, back it up. Boop, boop, boop. Drugged him. Drugged him.
Back it up and begin. Okay, now I saw it. I totally missed all of that.
Drugged him. Yeah, man.
Drugged him. What hood is this?
Exactly. Looks like Chinatown. Oh my
Whoever was driving that white car, gangster.
Yeah. That looks like that might have been the Philippines somewhere.
That's the only way you resolve.
You're going to try to rob me? I'm going to driving and back it up. Back it up. Back it up. Back you out.
That's the only way you resolve that type of issue.
Yeah. Niggas trying to rob me? Oh, fuck that. Reverse. Oh man, I'm gonna play something.
Reverse.
We might have seen this one last week, but it's a classic already. It's funny. Fucking clowns, yo. Oh my god, yo. I think I got one more video. Might as well play it before we get out of here tonight. What's this one here? We played this one. We played this one. Let's play this one. That's it, little Johnny. Get your cock out of my behind.
That was the best night of his life.
Hell yeah. He was all up on Miss McGillicuddy.
What was old girl's name? The original what was her name? Oh shit, Laterno.
Oh, right.
Mary Jo Laterno.
Mary Jo Laterno.
Yeah, she was fucking. That teacher was getting her back blown out. Oh my god! Put that away.
Yeah, he definitely nutted.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I did not have these teachers. Like, who were these teachers and where did they come from?
Yo,
do you remember Miss Riddick? Do you remember Miss Riddick?
Who was she? Is she
junior? Yeah, 59.
Nah, I was gone after 6th grade, so
I felt like, okay. Yeah, she was like 6. I think she might have been 7th grade teacher. She was the youngest teacher we had probably ever had. And that's the only teacher I can think of that I would have possibly thought about. Because she was young. Everyone else was, I don't know how old they were.
Yo,
I don't know who's all on this live, but we had one teacher, and probably Annette may remember her, Miss Williams. We literally called her the Black Woman, Wonder Woman.
She looked like the Black Wonder Woman.
This woman was gorgeous. She had her hair pulled back in a ponytail, and would wear like very form-fitting outfits and slacks.
Miss Parker.
Oh, she was gorgeous.
This is high school or junior high school?
This is elementary school.
Elementary school. Okay, there's nothing you're gonna do there.
No, but all you could do was just watch and fantasize. She was amazing.
Boy, oh boy, I sure wish she'd keep me after class and make me eat apples out her ass.
And she was teaching like, I don't know, she wasn't doing special ed, but the way my school was set up, it was I forgot what we call it. It wasn't VIP, but it was like the highest level. No, it was highest level, VIP, and then special ed. I was in whatever the highest level was.
Oh, of course. Of course.
But she taught VIP. And I was jealous like through that entire year. Like, why is she teaching these stupid niggas?
Wait, did they really name the class
Gifted
VIP?
and talented. Thank you. Gifted and talented.
Oh, okay. I was about to say that is fucked up.
You peon dumb Negroes.
It's like a fucking velvet rope. And like you can't come in this side of the school.
Are you using all bathroom? How dare you?
You're not on the list.
Wait, Annette, was it gifted and talented and then VIP and then special ed?
Fuck.
I think that was a hierarchy.
Hold on a second. Let me before we get out of here real quick. I gotta. You go from special ed to VIP. There's nothing in between that.
No. It was special ed was the lowest part of the totem pole, right?
I understand that.
Then it was VIP, and then it was gifted and talented.
But the VIP, so you go from special ed to VIP. You know how?
No, there was another level in that.
Oh,
I'm talking on that right now.
Okay.
But go ahead.
That's kind of disrespectful to the special ed people. Like, y'all, because I went from special ed to VIP. There's like no special ed in like level 1, then VIP, like the gold level, and then maybe VIP. These niggas went straight to VIP.
No, it was like the platinum level, the gold level, and then silver.
No, that sounds like it was bronze. It went from silver to
I'm
silver to copper. Copper.
I'm giving special ed a little bit more props. All right, Annette is telling me no, but
it sounds like table service, backstage passes, general admission.
There was another. They called that level a different level because it wasn't just gifted and talented and special ed. There was another level in between.
I hope so, because special ed B is like, come on, son. That's not even that's what's that? You used to be on motherfucking movie theater near my way. You get the special on Tuesday.
Oh no,
half price Tuesday. That's special ed. That's not even
exactly
general admission.
So I don't know. Annette was older than me, so maybe they instituted it.
Hold up, maybe you wasn't in this fucking gifted and talented, nigga.
No, I was definitely gifted and talented. Don't get it twisted.
Oh my God, look at those peons. Are they? Do you let them? I'm sorry. Do you let them out earlier than me because I cannot mix with those cretins? Look at them fighting and eating Play-Doh amongst themselves.
Okay, wait. Put that up because that's what she's explaining. It was a top class, gifted and talented, then the second top class, third top class, and then special ed.
Okay.
Oh, so there were 4 levels.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know about the other 2 levels. Discard them.
Oh, look at them eating Play-Doh again.
They don't even know how to throw a football.
They're so stupid. Those stupid bastards.
Did she call me a nigga? What happened? Nigga 1 year. Oh, sorry, didn't mean to call you a nigga. All right.
You only got 1 year in gifted and talented?
No, I was
Oh,
I was gifted and talented the entire elementary school.
oh, all right.
This nigga had sweaters around on his shoulders.
Someone give me my lunch, please. I'm rather famished. Oh, look at these simpleton Cretan Negroes that have to be around all the time. It's ridiculous. Someone get me a spot of tea, some jelly, and toasted bread. You Cretan bastards, you. You're so stupid. Special ed fucks.
Oh my God.
Are you special ed? Are you touching me? You might give me some of your stupidity.
But I'm thinking about it now. Wasn't that a little disrespectful to do different tiers?
Yes.
Of course it was.
Absolutely.
But that's how life was back then.
Yeah.
That's how the reality of life is. They taught us the reality back then. Now they don't teach the reality. That's why you got
it wasn't the reality. They were tracking black kids. Some of you, they knew that you were going to jail.
Hold up. So
And some of you they knew were going to college.
But let's keep it real.
And they made investments based on that.
Wow.
Special ed, you're going to jail.
True.
Well, you know what? I know that as a kid, I wasn't I don't think it's safe to say that none of us in here were special ed students. I used to get frustrated with people who just couldn't get it. Like, I got mad at stupid people. Like, if you couldn't read it, like if you was really bad at reading or you couldn't write, or just like, what's 1 + 1? Paint. Like, if you was that nigga, like, yo, I used to get mad, yo. There was a couple people in the class that couldn't, like, they didn't know how to read really well, and they hated to get called on because you know the jokes was coming after that because motherfuckers be like, Mary, There was some dumb motherfuckers. I knew how to read rather well. And
but that's the thing. My elementary school literally segregated those people who could not read. So in my classes,
so you were reading to the dumb kids?
No, we wouldn't read. We would literally act like they don't exist. Everybody in my class were high performers. So there was no one who could not read. Like if you
were an elitist pig.
Yeah, we're reading through text. Everybody's reading. There was no like, and then the man said there was none of that. It was
like this. I'm sorry. Pass me the Wall Street Journal, young Thomas. There's no cartoons there. Just give it to me, you fucking cretin. You cretinous bastard, you. There's no cartoons in the Wall Street Journal. Please give it to me. There are no funny papers there, sir. Oh, shit. Yeah, man.
It was hell of elitist.
But Rick, see, me and Rick went to school together. So Rick could tell you, like, yo, there was some really motherfuckers who couldn't read. And honestly, I don't remember learning how to read. I just knew how to read, right? I can't explain that, right? So that means that my mother or my grandmother or my father, somebody took the time to read to me or whatever, or show me how to read. Or I watched TV and learned. I don't know. I can't tell you. I just knew how to read. But there was people in school that just couldn't read, man, and it was fucking embarrassing for them.
You know what's interesting is like it's early childhood education.
Yeah,
it's so important to your kids' development because some kids they don't get any attention. Parents don't read to them. Yeah. They don't get any instruction. They fucking watch cartoons all day, and then they go to school. And the school is responsible for educating your children. Like,
right.
Those are the kids who drink quarter waters and hot chips on the way to school.
Yeah.
You see them. And the mothers.
But the funny thing is, like, reading comprehension came to me very easily. I remember going through those texts and understanding how to answer the questions.
Mm-hmm. You know how to play the game early.
Yeah, it was just kind of easy. I understood what the algorithm of, if you will, of how to answer and respond to the question.
It was a computer brain, nigga. But no, I can attest to the same thing. I mean, just always being in the top grades of whatever the test was, and the top percentage of whatever those little tests they used to give us every year or so when we were in school. And those were the tests. Not now that we know, those were the tests that basically were the prison assessment tests, whether or not your dumb ass would probably go to jail.
Right.
And I was always in like the top 1% or 2%, you know what I mean, of the state. I just excelled in shit like that. We all seem to have the same type of mentality.
Did you feel the pressure of the test?
Not at all.
Never.
I thought it was a joke.
I felt the pressure of the test. I remember feeling the pressure of the test.
I knew how easy it was, because after I took it the first time, I was like, "This is what the test is."
No, not that. I felt the magnitude of the test, I should say. That there was, I felt that there was something greater than what I was experiencing in this moment. Like this, that there was something more impactful about this test than me just sitting here for this hour and a half filling these responses.
I heard if you get 100, you get to go on a space shuttle.
I heard if you get a 64, you get to go to jail.
Yeah. Dumbass. Dumbass. Oh, shit. Oh, man. Holy Christ. What a night, man.
All right, we got to wrap this.
Yes, sir.
Up.
So listen up, guys. Thanks again for joining us. Shout out to Mac. I want to give a shout out to his mother, his late mother, Juanita.
Yes.
Burnett. This is for her. Wonderful woman. Cheers to her. And we all got a chance to meet her. Wonderful woman. My condolences to Mack Burnett and the rest of his family. And we out. So we'll see you, one of these times, another time here,
next Monday.
Yeah, that too. And catch us every what? Fridays, when we drop our podcast. And if you're not listening to the podcast, I don't know what the fuck you're doing, but you need to listen to the podcast. It's cool. Tell a friend.
Please just tell someone about the podcast. Tell whoever's sitting in the next cubicle, a friend of yours, your ladies, your husband, your brother,
yes,
your cousin,
yes,
not your dad. I don't want him listening, but
no, we want everybody listening.
Everybody listening. What's dad gonna do? Come after us?
I don't know.
How the dads are? They're like 70.
All right, he can listen.
He's alive. He's just gonna break his hip.
Yeah, why not?
If he's cool, he can listen.
He's cool. He's a cool dad.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. So till next Monday, and again every Friday, catch us. Peace.
Love you guys.